So earlier in the week you heard what I had to say about the Fulham Blackburn Rovers game, but now it's all blue and white, folks, or should it be green and grey? That's right, we've got the Maltese Rover coming at you next. That's right, folks, back once again with another video. This time we're taking a fan's look at the upcoming Blackburn Rovers game up against Fulham, and we'll talk about it in just 1 second. If you're new to the channel, smash the old subscribe button to keep you bang up to date with all things Blackburn Rovers related, Championship related, whoa, football related. We've got it all here under Warovskis. That's right, folks, we are joined live on Skype by the Maltese Rover, all the way over in Malta, sunny Malta. It is Philip Lingard. So, Phil, for my small corner of the YouTube universe, tell them a little bit about yourself and why on earth you support the mighty blue and white.
Well, yeah, from sunny, hot Malta. I was born in Blackburn, so it was only ever going to be the Rovers. As a youngster, the only way between Darwin and Blackburn was past Ewood Park, so I can remember Ewood without even the stand at the Blackburn end. I remember them building the stand at the Blackburn end, and obviously all the changes which have happened since then. I mean, my first contact with Rovers was, I remember being ill in bed with tonsillitis and listening to the infamous defeat, 3-1 defeat at Oxford, the first time a 4th division side had been knocked out a 1st division side in the FA Cup.
Oh wow, that's going back a bit there. So what brings you to Malta?
I love the country, and I do a lot of consulting work, education, airlines, tourism, culture, and all that sort of thing. And I can do that from anywhere in the world, so why not do it here? Yeah.
And how often do you get a chance to go back to England, to Ewood at all? Throughout the seasons.
To be honest, I probably haven't seen a Rovers game in person for a couple of years now, which is the longest in my life since I first was allowed to go in 1967, 68.
Wow. Okay.
The longest I've been without seeing a game live. But obviously, through the wonders of iFollow, I catch up on a lot of games.
Yeah, it's a blessing. It's a blessing to us overseas folks. Okay, so rough opening to the season for Blackburn, just like Fulham are on the back of a defeat themselves coming into this one. So how is your thoughts, or what are your thoughts from the game on Saturday against Charlton?
Well, quite honestly, I'm very depressed. All the old problems were there. The defence, they don't believe in themselves. They don't believe in each other. Charlton put us under no pressure at all, but we panicked. Mm-hmm. Both times they went forward and they scored both times. And going in the other direction, Armstrong showed all these old weaknesses of wrong decision making. Enough said about Bennett and Bell and their appalling passing. On the bright side, I think Johnson was fantastic. Yeah, I really did.
He could be a bargain. I called it ages ago when the free transfers were coming out. I thought if we could pick up this Bradley Johnson fellow, it would be an absolute coup. And I think it is. So it is day one. But the initial signs are good. Big boss man in midfield alongside the young Travis. If we could get the back sorted out, we've definitely got we've got something about us. But I don't know if we will fix the back. That's my question mark. Is if Tony will fix it this week. Ugh. Okay, so switching gears to this weekend, it is another London team, but we go down to Craven Cottage. So what's your history as a Rovers fan with Fulham? Any strong memories that stand out over the years?
Oh, indeed, yes. Fulham has, all the time I've been living down in London, has been very close to being my local team. Although I've never been to Fulham to see anyone other than Rovers play, but I've been there many, many times to watch Rovers, and many of my friends are Fulham fans. The first time I saw Fulham was actually at Ewood, and that was Bobby Moore's last game, last ever game. It was a totally non-strict game, and Moore didn't do anything much. We won 1-0. But famous for that. That was in May 77. And just a few months later, September '77. Totally unexpectedly, because of some strikes and something, had to travel from the north of England down to Paris overland, and that meant that I was in London for the Fulham Rovers game, and George Best was playing.
Oh my goodness!
That was either his last or second last game in England.
Wow.
And I mean, basically, he was massively overweight, didn't do much. But I do remember him doing a Cruyff turn just for the sheer hell of it.
Yeah.
Somewhere in the middle of the park. I mean, that was the highlight of the game.
There's two world legends right there, you know, of football. And it seemed to end their careers perhaps against Rovers or there or thereabouts.
Indeed, yes. I mean, in the early 2000s, Rovers had a fantastic run of wins at Fulham. I mean, I saw them all. We won 4-0, 4-3, 2-0, 3 consecutive seasons. Yeah. So that was in the Souness at his height, and then starting with Mark Hughes.
Yep. That was a good era for Rovers. I think from when we got promoted from the Championship the last time, it was a good 10 years or so of stability. But then obviously it's gone a little bit ropey since then. So let's.
I mean, Rovers, Bolton, and Fulham all came up together.
Rovers, Bolton, and Fulham.
Fact, we stayed together. We all stayed up in the Premier League. I think it was it's still a record of a trio of clubs. I think we all stayed, and we were the first to go down, weren't we? And that was after 9 years.
Yeah, I tried to blank that year out, so that we got relegated. Okay, so let's take a look at the transfer windows coming up. I was going to wrap it up this week. Obviously, there might be some additions, but I think you might have already mentioned it already. Who do you think is going to be our signing of the window?
Well, at the moment, obviously, Bradley Johnson.
Yeah.
I don't think the others are coming anywhere near close. I mean, I'm a little bit worried about Sam Gallagher. I mean, I was not totally convinced by him first time, and I just wonder whether we've blown over 10 million on 2 forwards who are not going to cut it.
Yeah, I feel your concerns as well. We did look a little bit lost this weekend, but you know it's early days. I know he did have a good loan with us, but it might be an expensive. I don't know. Because Brereton's not really paying off the dividend right now, so I guess it's a waiting game. But yeah, he needs to. I think if he had got off the mark this past weekend, then it might have been a different story. The confidence would build, but it is a big, massive confidence knocker across the board for Rovers because the vibe was good, and it's just been shattered.
Absolutely, and Gallagher also. I mean, he missed a sitter.
He did.
He body shape in all the wrong places, and both he and Downing missed sitters.
Yeah,
absolute sitters.
Yeah. Okay. So obviously a lot of talk surrounds Dak as being a danger man for us, but let's just take him out of the equation for the second for this one because everyone seems to pick him as our danger man. But if you bumped into a Fulham man on the street and they said, okay, who should we be cautious about from a opposition standpoint? Who's the Rovers player that's going to cause them the problems, or who you think should be causing the problems on Saturday?
Well, having seen what they did or didn't do at Barnsley, I think Armstrong.
Right.
I think they've got problems at the back too. Barnsley could have thoroughly thumped them, and it wasn't like the Birmingham win at Brentford where one attack and they scored. Barnsley could have hammered Fulham. Oh. They've got a lot of problems at the back. And I think Maxime Lemarchand looked rubbish. Yeah. Their Armour could get at them.
Well, let's hope so. Let's hope he uses his explosive pace for something good this weekend. Because he was scoring some goals in pre-season. He looked like he could have been an outlet for some goals on Saturday, but it was just so frustrating to see. But okay, so let's say you're in charge for Saturday. Who's in your 11? From goalkeeper, obviously, there doesn't seem to be much competition, but from goalkeeper throughout all the rest of the spots.
Yeah, Walton, despite Saturday. Nyambi's got to come back. Lenihan obviously keeps his position. Tosin has got to come in. Boyer, whatever it's called. At left back, we've got a real problem. If Hart is fit, I'd play him.
Me too. Agree.
Otherwise, it's got to be Bell. Travis and Johnson pick themselves in the middle of the park. Dak, obviously. Armstrong, I just bigged him up. Despite the fact he did absolutely nothing, Rothwell has got to play. And I'd go back to good old DG up front because, as I say, I think that Fulham backline can be pushed around.
Yep. I think on my team, I'm close to yours. I think who have I got instead? I think I kept DG as well. Went with Armstrong. I might have kept Downing in there. I liked him. His passing was good. Again, he doesn't offer the pace though. But I think I do love Rothwell, and I want him to get in there. And I think he is a key to our future. I think Dak could be sold this year, late like in January or maybe next summer, and then we got to kind of put our focus on Rothwell. But no, it's a strong team. I'm hoping that we got a new defender within the doors come kick-off. But I doubt that'll have any effect on the lineup this week. Okay, so what else have I got for you here?
I think this time, if we do make some purchases before Thursday, and Cammy's suggesting that we might well do, I think that Saturday was so awful that he might throw them in.
Yep. Oh, really? Wow, that would be something.
Again, because of pace.
Right. Okay. Well, yeah, that's true. That's true. Catch them off guard a little bit. Okay, so obviously rough start to the season. Where do you ultimately think Rovers are going this season? Well, what's your pick for Rovers' position in the table?
I think we will come 7th.
Oof! Oh, that would be a nasty one to take, wouldn't it? Just outside. Yeah, that would be. It's obviously an improvement from last year, but in a lot of people's eyes, it'll be a very difficult one to take. But yeah, 7th is definitely an improvement. Yeah. Okay, what about as the championship as a whole? Who do you think's going to go up in the top 2 spots, and who's going to go? Who's your tips for promotion?
Well, I think Cardiff. I can't see Warnock with his 9 promotions behind him not pulling off a promotion in the valedictory season. I think Cardiff are tough and strong enough to do it. The players have been around the block. They've done it 2 years ago. Warnock certainly knows how to do it. Leeds, I think it's a case of you've got a manager and not much of a team. But I think the way that they won that game yesterday, I got a feeling that they've just got that little bit more about them this time. And my 3rd place is West Brom. Okay, yeah.
I think a lot. Yes, it's a very the cup there. Reasonable picks. A lot of people have tipped Leeds as well. I think I've tipped Leeds. Cardiff, I think they'll be in the mix somewhere. I'm not sure about West Brom at the moment, but hey, early days. Okay, what about your tip for the drop? Who's going down?
Okay, well, I think we saw one of them on Saturday. It's not Rovers. Hey, Charlton. I really don't think Charlton have enough about them. And I think most championship sides will sort them out, particularly at the back. And I think, Charlton got one of their maybe 2 or 3 away wins all season on Saturday. I think Birmingham, unless something magical happens in their transfer windows, look, again, very, very vulnerable. And despite that win at Brentford, I believe it really was a case of one chance, one goal, and they somehow survived the rest of the game. And my other tips for the drop are Luton. I think they've, all credit to them, 2 promotions in 2 seasons, but it's going to take an awful lot to stay up in that division.
Yep. Okay, fair shouts there. Okay, again, transfer window wide open. If you had a magical wand, you could whip it around the division and take one player from anywhere in the league and add him to Rovers' lineup. Who would you take? Dream world.
I'd take Jared Bowen from Hull.
Oh yeah, good shout. Good shout. But
he's the only player, I think, from last season's Team of the Year still in the league.
Yeah, I'll be surprised if he's still there Friday. I think maybe someone might come in.
We'll see. It seems that whoever is trying to get hold of him are making a mess of it. But assuming that he is, I think he is an all-round player. And fantastic pace on him, real eye for goal. That would be my guy.
Okay, cool. Okay, now here it is, the money question. Big game Saturday, Fulham, difficult team. What's the final score going to be?
You're going to hate this. Rovers have played Fulham 91 times.
Yep.
They've had 2 0-0 draws, and I've seen them both. So I'm going to go for 0-0.
Hey, to be honest, I'd take it. I'd take a point at Fulham this early in the season.
I think both teams are going to be feeling like that.
Yeah. I think if we need to get a point or something, I know it's a big ask, but just to get the mood back a little bit, because it's taken a bit of a hit this past week. But Phil, thank you again for joining us. Hopefully we can get some post-match thoughts from you on the review on Saturday, Sunday. But thanks again. I'll let you get out of here.
Okay, cheers.
That's pretty much all I've got for you today, folks. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. If you did, smash the thumbs up. Smash the subscribe if you're new. New videos every single day right here on the channel. So yes, that pretty much wraps up my build-up for the Fulham Blackburn Rovers game. Cass will be here tomorrow with her prediction of what she thinks. If you have enjoyed it, if you want to be a part of the experience that is coming onto the show, give me your thoughts and opinions in the comment section down below and say, hey, can I be the fan of the week for the Middlesbrough game? Can I be the fan of the week for the Hull, the Cardiff game? Whatever it is, get involved in the channel down below. And if you are by chance an opposition fan and you caught this, you're thinking, you know what, I would like to do the Millwall sort of thing, get in touch with me on the old YouTube sphere, or hop over to Twitter, follow me at Roverseas and DM me that way and get in touch. But so continues, the build-up continues. Hopefully we can get ourselves off the mark with some points up against Fulham. Ciao for now. Thanks again for watching. Please like, share, and most importantly, hit the subscribe button to keep you bang up to date with all things Blackburn Rovers related, Championship related, football related. We've got it all covered right under one roof. And while I still have you, please be sure to check out some of the old videos scattered along here. I hope.